If you want to stay up to date with all current hip-hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe and become part of this community. Oh, and also, go cop that fresh merch and listen to my new album in the description. This new Post Malone album is getting closer and closer to us and to its release date, obviously, and we just got some news that kind of put a date on this and put some more information out there regarding this new album, 12 Carat Toothache. So that's what I'm going to talk about today. Going to go over what we know about this album so far and also what this new post means for the release date of this record. So let's jump straight into this. So this new album, 12 Carat Toothache, we've been knowing about it for quite some time. It's not like, it's something completely new that we didn't know about. His last record, Hollywood's Bleeding, dropped still in 2019, so already 3 years ago. So it was about time that he was going to drop something new. And then in 2021, that summer, so about a year ago, we got Motley Crew, which was an amazing single. I still listen to that song to date. And then also a couple of months ago, we got One Right Now with The Weeknd, which was also a pretty big song that also got an amazing music video, really high budget. Go check out the music video if you haven't yet. But then in January, we got, more word on what this new album was going to be like. And most of the information we know about this comes from his manager, Dre London. And he's the one that's kind of been putting out these teasers and been putting out more information on this just, throughout the weeks, throughout the months. And we're going to go over what he's said about this album so far. So let's start with the basics. So the name and that it was going to be 12 Carat Toothache and that it was coming, we've been knowing about that. But then in January, Dre London took to Instagram to share some pictures of him and Posty and in Mexico, and he said, "Our sync and energy always on an insane level. Album has been done. We ready, but seems Republic Records and Universal Music Group isn't. Posty fans, no more need to press me anymore. We did our part. Now it's time for the label to get the business right before we drop big album. Hit 'em up. We've been ready, like you are." So he's saying that even in January, so at the beginning of this year, the album was ready, and it was the only obstacle in the way of it coming out were the labels, were samples getting cleared, were just, getting the distribution right and stuff like that. So the album has been ready. Posty has done all the music, it's not like he's responsible for this not being out yet. So that is important to kind of cover. So it is the label's part now. But what's really interesting is the latest, post that he's had, which was him on like this tennis court, and he's doing like his hashtag Monday motivation, talking about results or excuses, choose your side. But then also in the same post, in the caption, he said, "At Post Malone album coming next month." And that is the most important thing. It's kind of funny how he like low-key dropped this, the actual video and content of it was about his Monday motivation and hyping people up, but then he just kind of randomly drops like, "Yo, by the way, Post Malone album dropping next month," which is really big, but so we know that this album is dropping next month. This post was obviously made only 2 days ago, so still in April, so next month means May. So we can expect this album to drop in May. When we look at the calendar, May got a couple of Fridays right there. We got the 6th, the 13th, the 20th, and the 27th. So those 4 Fridays are in the conversation as to when this album will drop. So mark those 4 dates for that new Post Malone album. Post Malone has obviously been on an incredible journey just throughout his whole career. And to me, the streaming numbers are still mind-boggling. Like, on like 2 of his records, the first 2, like Beer Bongs and Bentleys, and then also Stoney, like every other track has over 1 billion streams, and like every track over 100 million. And then also in Hollywood's Bleeding, 2 tracks with 1 billion and stuff like that. The 2 singles we got so far, Motley Crew and then also One Right Now, both have over 200 million, even though it's not confirmed that Motley Crew will also be on there. Likely not, because everything I'm seeing is like One Right Now is the only single out for it right now, so expect that one to be on there, but not Motley Crew. But still, those 2 are doing crazy as well, so you can expect this new album to be on like an even bigger level. But Post Malone has been going out, in public saying like he doesn't care about the numbers or the number ones or the streaming or whatever anymore, and just wants to make music. I like how he's also an individual who kind of pursues different things as well, with like his wine and stuff like that. And for example, this new music video for One Right Now as well, trying to be a bit more creative with it, create like something that is not just like a cash grab for like the next big bag, but that is rather something that you're proud of and that can live on for a longer time. So I respect that quite a lot. And at this point, he's definitely proven that he will be in the game for much longer than just the couple of hits he's had back then. White Iverson that went like really big, wasn't just a one-hit wonder. This dude is a hit machine, one after the other, just pumping them out. So on this new thing, I'm expecting some, like, well, at least some radio singles as well. A lot more like, you know, pop and singing like he's always done. But somehow he's still like very connected with hip hop, just because also, you know, culturally, his whole image and stuff like that. So I do like that with him especially. From the singles so far, you know, One Right Now was also not, aside from the video, was also not like a, you know, deep philosophical type of single, and that's not what it's supposed to be at all. I'm just saying that I hope on this record more like introspective tracks, like I always say, man. I feel like I'm repeating myself so much, but that's what I like when artists, we do that, when they like show that they can grow from what they've done in the past. And you know, the Post Malone singles are really fun, and they're like, it's just songs you can play and expect everybody to like them, and that's also why they're doing so well. But I'm just hoping, especially now that he's saying like he doesn't care about the numbers anymore, and he's like made it to the point where he's like, yo, how can I get any bigger than this? Now he can be like, okay, I can now create, even in the music itself, not just stuff around it with the wine and the videos and stuff like that, but even with the music itself, I can create something that can live on for, you know, longer than me, and create something timeless, and create something that is culturally impactful. That is what I'm hoping for. I know that Post Malone is usually not the guy to do this, but I do think that he has the potential to do this. So maybe we'll see some of that. If not on this new record, 12 Carat Toothache, then on the next one. And of course, the title 12 Carat Toothache also suggests that it's about, you know, he's like rich, got a 12 carat tooth, but still, you know, he got toothache, you know, kind of like that duality between, yo, I'm rich and I'm like untouchable, but I'm still human. And even though I'm rich and I got everything, I'm still going through the same stuff. So maybe that will be a theme of this album as well. At least that's what I'm hoping for. Man, Post Malone got so much potential. I hope that he can really tap into some of that on this new record. So yeah, Post Malone, new album, 12 Carat Toothache, been done since January. Now it's only the label's part to put it out there. We also got information that it's dropping next month, so in May, so be on the lookout for that. And we got a single so far, One Right Now, and possibly also Motley Crew. But even though, you know, a lot of people saying that that's not going to be on there. All of this, as I, you know, just went through all the different stuff about his career and stuff like that, is just my opinion, of course. Now I want to know what you think about this. Are you excited for 12 Carat Toothache? Are you expecting great things from Post Malone? Yet another step up in his career. What do you think about the single so far? And what do you want him to do with this new record? All of that, please let me know in the comments down below. If you watched this video to the end and liked it, and you want to stay up to date with all current hip-hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, hit that like button, and go follow my social media, and most importantly, join my Discord in the description. Until the next one, you'll have an incredible day, and y'all take care.